All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on third down, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. Oh, good move at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, nice move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Anderson a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one is incomplete. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Detroit!
To the air again, Darnold. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. After the interception, it's Luck. The 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now they'll toss here to Powell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things. On second down, Darnold. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 46. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively. And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be first and 5. Off of play action, Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Gone!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And that's caught inside the 30. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Darnold from the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects it.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Rashard Matthews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts.
Let it roll, let it roll.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check out. 290. Reggie. Hurry. 12.
From the gun, here's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darren Lee in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
And these guys used a 4th-round pick on him this year, specifically for red zone situations like we just saw, where he can use his big body to find open space and the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And fights him off. Flush to his right. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and long. It's Luck. Fighting to stay up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Now Darnold. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Ebron caught left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Luck. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Shedding the tackle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Matthews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a 1st down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Again, Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They get it to him running left, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Luck shrugs the tackle. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Darren Lee getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go again with Powell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run it here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
12, 12, 12.
Play action. It's Luck. Ebron's got it. And just shedding him off there. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And he connects with Ebron. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again. Again, it's Pound. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Here's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is... They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Gone, gone, gone. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He sets to fire deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And the Colts getting ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On first down, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
go on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his lock. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deion Kane, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.